everybody. In this video, you'll be learning about comments in C#. The agenda of my video will be what is a comment, type of comments that are single-line comments, multi-line comments, and XAML documentation comments. So let's get straight into it. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a console application in Visual Studio. Okay, over here I've created a console application in Visual Studio and I've called it comments in C# demo. So first let's talk about what is a comment. Basically, we use a comment in C# to explain C# code. So when you type it in, you explain that. Like if another developer is coming and reading your code, maybe that he or she cannot understand it. So you explain the code to them by a comment. And there are three types of comments in C# which we will discuss. And comments are totally ignored by the compiler. They don't get executed. So let's first talk about a single line comment. So I'm gonna say console.writeLine. Let's just print some value onto the console, like okay. And now we will explain this code to anybody who's reading. So this is just some basic code. There can be more complex code in real-world applications. So this is just for pure demonstration, or this is just purely for demonstration. So we write a comment in C# by 2 forward slashes. So on top, I'm just going to say 2 forward slashes and say like here we print Akshat to the console. Just like that. So we can even have this on the same line itself. This is called an inline comment. We can just have it in the same line over here, but there's a problem. If we try to write code after this, like we have like a console.writeLine method over here, even that is a comment. Okay, that also will not be executed. So you can just write in the next line. Now let me talk about multi-line comments. So mostly we use single-line comments. We don't use multi-line comments that much, but I'm just going to show you. So you put in slash forward slash star and then star forward slash to end that out. And inside of here you can have your comment. So you can have multi-line comments. You can have so many lines, but it should be inside of it here. Inside of this. If it's outside, it's not a comment. Right, blah 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 over here. You can see that's not a comment. Now we even have XAML documentation comments. For example, we have this, or we have another method over here, like public, or no, we'll have a field or a variable. So I'm just gonna take that out. Let's say var or string name. Initialize this. Show Akshat. Semicolon. Now we can have an XML comment right there. So note that we're not using double slashes. These are normal comments, but we are using 3 forward slashes. These are XML comments. And I'm gonna say summary, just like that. And I just started that tag with a less than operator or a less than sign. I'm just gonna close that tag with a greater than sign. So if you're familiar with WPF or HTML, we do it like this. So instead of here, you can have like stores the name of the person. Stores the name of a person. And over here, I'm just gonna say name. There's something. When we mouse over our name, actually, when we put our mouse over here, we don't get the documentation. That's because this is inside of the scope of this main method. That means it's a local variable, and you don't really require a documentation for a local variable. So I'm going to create a property, prop string name, and I'm going to have an XML comment. 3 slashes, and as you can see, this has automatically been added. Now I'm just going to copy this from here, stores the name of the person, which is the same documentation over here. And we don't need this anymore. Just like that. And over here, if I say name, that is our property, name, and put my mouse over, it says stores the name of the person. So that's this property over here. So that, as you can see now, XML documentation comments. So when we try to say name, then when we put our mouse over, it gives us a documentation of what this property stores. So we have defined that over here, right? So it gives us that documentation of what the property stores. We can also have the same for a class or even a method. So let me show you one for a method. So triple slash. So summary. So this the entry point to our application. The app, just like that. And as you can see, param name args. We can even specify what the parameter does. So I'm just gonna leave that blank. So when we call this main method, it will show us a parameter args. Okay, and here we can just fill in the documentation, but we're not gonna fill in anything over there. Okay. Now I hope you have understood about comments in C#. If you liked this video, give me a like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching and goodbye till the next video.